I am a transgender man and I'm also gay. I think we need to look at the term transgender itself, and you will hear a lot of people say things like born in the wrong body or turning from one thing into another, but these are all myths. These are all quite regressive ideologies. My interpretation of what transgender means is that you have been assigned a role at birth that does not match who you are. It has nothing to do with your body. It has nothing to do with your biochemistry or anything like that. So for me, I'm like any other man, but my journey to that and being recognised as male has been quite difficult and a bit different because I was assigned a role that didn't fit my identity. I was actually sent to a school for only girls. There was something going on that I could not put my finger on. I went to all sorts of professionals. My parents were immensely supportive, but something strange happened when I left that school. When I went to an inclusive school that included all types of people from all different backgrounds, I realised that I didn't have to live to the arbitrary expectations of other people that you often find in private schools. The way I was being referred to was the thing that was upsetting me and setting me off, and so I had to do some self-exploration. I remember walking to work and I got about halfway and it was in the park. I had a mental breakdown. I couldn't do it anymore. When that happens, you have to do something. And it wasn't until a year after that I started telling people that I knew. I lost a lot of people as friends. Those that are closest to me and who stuck around have been fantastic and just know that I'm the same person that I've always been. I am very lucky to have a supportive family, and on the other hand, that is quite sad that it is based on luck. However, my sister probably took it the worst. I think what she wanted was a big sister, somebody that she could relate to very personally. When I told her how I felt, she had to realise that that wasn't the case and that she still had a sibling and she still had me, and we could still do all the stuff that we did before. We could still go shopping, we could still have movie nights. That's what siblings do. It was difficult for her, and I think she's done a really, really good job by expanding her views a bit and accommodating me. So the challenges that I face are general ignorance. For me, it's both my gender and my sexuality, and it's very strange the way that they cross over. So not only have I experienced discrimination in the wider public, but also within the gay scene. This is really quite difficult to come to terms with. However, the way that I combat that is by only getting involved with people who understand and are secure enough in their sexuality to understand that I am a man as well. The medical industry is a difficult one. That is really where it all starts, where you are given a role and you're expected to conform to it based on some societal construct, but also private prejudice of doctors and lack of information, lack of understanding about healthcare, lack of access to healthcare is a massive one too. I don't know which doctors are going to treat me with respect and which aren't. I did have a massive ordeal about getting my proof of age card. The gender marker is not actually present on the proof of age card. Yet I was denied Justice of the Peace signing on my identification documents to obtain it. So what happened there was discrimination from the Justice of the Peace, and I actually had to go to Brisbane in order to get this proof of age card. And it's not just a card. I couldn't change my name or my marker on any other card until I had that sorted. So my Medicare card, my bank account, my phone bill, all those sorts of things relied on that card. And so when it finally came in the mail, and it took about 2 months to sort all this out, I was just so excited because I had access to services, and that is the biggest thing. You need to be identified for who you are, and you need access to services to be well. I would like to call out the Australian government on their arbitrary practice of not allowing people to change the gender marker on their birth certificate unless they have had a type of surgery. This is extremely classist and it's extremely transphobic. The reason being that not all people want to have surgeries, nor do you need surgeries. to be able to be who you are. Also, the economic access to this is extremely limited. It costs about 10 grand, for example, to get a bilateral mastectomy, which is changing the shape of the chest to make it appear more masculine. Most of us don't have that kind of money. And so that is the gatekeeper in order to have our identity seen as what it is on our birth certificate. So this law really is very questionable at best. And when you are living as somebody that you aren't, what is the point? You know, you can exist or you can live.